This is This Morning on ITV. You can call it TMI. You will definitely be right on point. I am Wilson Marshall. My guests are already seated here in the studio, and they'll be sharing their thoughts and, of course, their opinion on the state of the nation. For the next 30 minutes, they're about to talk about the state of the nation. Then after that, we'll dive into Edo 2024, the prospect of getting a credible candidate. You wouldn't want to miss any part of this. Now, let's focus first of all on the state of the nation. How are Nigerians faring? How are you feeling the Yuletide? Are you happy with the situation? What are those things you think the government can do better to ameliorate the plight of Nigerians if they are not enjoying? If they are enjoying, what should the government add to it to make it last longer? Talk about the enjoyment part of it. Health, agriculture, education, power, security, cost of living in general. How are you feeling the economy? With me here in the studio, I have a legal practitioner, a human rights activist. Join me to welcome Barrister Cosmos Erabo. Barrister, welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. Appreciate your coming.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Very close to him is an entrepreneur, a real estate mogul, political analyst. Join me to welcome Good News Obayuana. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
You thought I would say God news, right? All right. And of course, my far left, an entrepreneur, a comrade, a youth mobilizer, a politician. Join me to welcome Eki Festus. That name is too long, so take it as Eki. Maybe later, if I can read you. Eki no Mado. Maybe next time I'll just be able to pronounce
it. Good morning,
it.
viewers. When say good morning.
Good morning. It's like in a sentence. Eki no Mado. I got it right now. Well, Christmas Eve, Yuletide, and Nigerians have so much story to tell. I want to start from my extreme left. I wouldn't want to come to a former governorship candidate. There's a reason for that. I'll come to you, sir, later, okay? Festus, how are you feeling this Yuletide? The state of the nation, the Yuletide in focus, the welfare of Nigerians this Yuletide.
Mr. Wincy, for me personally, I'm feeling good. But walking through the society, doing market survey, as a human, you are not going to be feeling too good. But for me, I guess I'm feeling good. My wife gave birth, so I should be happy.
Oh, congratulations, congratulations.
But coming back to the reality on ground, because I actually took pain yesterday to do a market survey, to actually check what's happening. A situation whereby they'll tell you one boiler that we used to buy for 7,000-8,000 is now 15, 20, 17,000. It's something that is very shocking, you know. Yesterday I was talking to some person. I told them humans are the first problem we face. Although the government themselves are still human, but we that are the downtrodden, we contribute a lot to this problem. We want to make money, because in an attempt for me to hack what I'm selling, just because a dime is added to PMS or whatever, the person buying from you will go back to the store and hack his or her goods already. Before you know, it's going to affect everybody. They will tell you, the fowl feed is going up. Yes, it's going up. That's to tell you the government per se, on their own part, they are not doing enough. We must be very frank. We used to see Christmas in society where things are cheap. We used to see Christmas where government on their own, we even call party members and give them. If you check, most parties this year did not share food. They did not share rice. Unlike before, where cow used to be 200,000, 250, 150, 100. You see, one commissioner will say, for my people, I'm buying them cow, 5, 10, 20, 70 bag of rice. But who is doing that these days? It's hard. A bag of rice is above 50,000. So I guess I will be appealing on we the citizens first. We should be conscious of what we do, all in the name of making money. Because in an attempt for you to be so smart with your business, the next man will be so smart also. Before you know, price hike will come. Go and check tomatoes. Is it the onions? So things are not actually what we expected it to be. And I know a sect of the society, a group of our citizens will be able to tell you the government of the day is not doing enough. And I will not agree to that, because not just being a member of the All Progressive Congress, we have seen some redefinition of government coming into place. But within me, I think the government need to do more. The government, starting from the state, the local government, the state, and the federal, they need to do more. We are happy the refinery in Port Harcourt, they tell us they are producing already, they are refining already. And I told my friends, it's not about refining. We are waiting to see that they will load PMS. Because if actually they are refining, let's wait for the nearest weeks when they begin to load. So all these are going to affect the economy. And we are expecting that on or before the middle of next year, the Nigerian economy should be reviving back from this sinking level. Because what we are seeing is the economy is not coming up. We should be frank. Telling ourselves the truth will make government actually understand that they need to do more. As at present, the economy is not growing, but rather sitting down. Why do I say this? Before now, a bag of rice was within, the Nigerian rice was within 37, 38, 40. So why is it now 40 something 50?
All right. Why is it now 47 or 50,000? Good news, you're an entrepreneur. You have your own business that you run. So what's your own take on the wealth of Nigerians this Yuletide?
Well, I would say this, that it's very sad. It's sad enough that even the rich are feeling it. Then how would the poor be able to, endure in this hardship that I would say bad governance have left the nation in? My friend here was saying something about the current hike or increment in almost everything relating, prices of food item in the market and what have you. Well, let me say it equivocally here. Yeah, just yesterday, I bought a bag of rice for 65,000 naira, Nigerian rice.
65?
65,000 naira in the market. I thought it was a joke, So, this same bag of rice that as at 10 years ago, 10 years ago, you could get it for 15,000 to 20.
It's
6,000.
It's fine.
Just 10 years ago, yeah. And just yesterday, I bought it for 65,000 naira for a bag.
100% increment.
That's to tell you that the country has been bastardized by bad governance. I always advocate for that, until we get good leadership right in this country, there will be no progress. It's not about the party now. It's not about PDP, APC, or it's about the individuals. And I strongly believe that behind every Nigerian, we all have conscience. And they say the conscience is the police of every man. And we know what is right and what is wrong. So until, things are beginning to, I will just little increment or max, whatever, increment on PMS, before you know, everybody. And it's quite unfortunate in this country that anything that goes up doesn't ever come down. Even when the price will drop, still traders and the painful part is that it is still their own undoing, because whatever they are increasing indirectly is also affecting them. So it's not just the government, it's not just the leaders, we as individuals. And that's why it's unfortunate that we also are feeling the heat as a result of our own doing.
You're feeling the heat as a result of our own doing. Well, one-time candidate, governorship candidates in Edo State, I believe they have an antecedent of how we got here. The wealth of Nigerians this Yuletide. Are you deep in thought, trying to go back in time? And of course, being here in the present, do one or two mathematics calculation. I believe you have so much to say about it. Barrister Cosmos.
Brother, thank you so much. You see, the situation has put rational Nigerians in a very sober state. I tell you the truth. The difference between man and animal is just one thing. We have the same blood, we have legs, we have hands and all. Rational. While humans are supposedly mammals that think, the animals don't think. That's why they don't wear clothes, they don't feel funny, they don't feel bad about it. They eat what they like, no, and that's why man has dominance over the animals. Another aspect of it is the essence of governance is to make a society sane. That's why some people elect and give them the authority, everything. I did a paper when I was in school. It was man, creator and creature of law discourse. We wrote means man created law, and the same man became a slave to the law he created. Normally, men are supposed to elect their leaders and let them lead you into the way you want it. Go outside the country, they keep telling you, people have oil, you are rich, you are blessed, but why are you poor? And the answer is simple. Mentality issue. Mentality issue not really on the part of the leaders, but on the part of the followers. Not pardon my word, leader. We don't even have leaders. We have rulers. On the part of the followers. Karl Marx said something. He said, if you want to check the excesses of those who are leading or who are ruling, so to say, those at the top, those in government, that you first of all check the talakawas, in quote, the ones down, the downtrodden who are in the actual fact suffering the excesses of those in government. Because those are the same people, those people in government are using to punish themselves. You understand? If you go out today, there are some people, if you look at them, with due respect, nothing to write home about them. But just say, this government is not doing well, they are ready to fight you. I asked one in my village. He said, I don't know what you are saying, no. At least during this time, for once, I got 20,000 naira cash. Say in this administration, somebody has given me 20,000 cash. In the others, I didn't get. This one is, I got this one, so it's okay with me. And you begin to look at the mentality of these people. Unfortunately, the so-called mentality was consciously, purposely, intentionally put there by those people who are on top. So that they will continually remain tools to actualize their selfish aim. When the last administration was there, we all joined people, were shouting, we need a change. Unfortunately, we didn't even know the change we were yearning for. Like my respected brother here said, I used to buy bags of rice, each 6,500, and share to my tenants. Ask me a question if I can even buy for myself now. It's 60-something thousand. I bought them before yesterday, or my wife brought one home the day before. 60-something thousand. So the question is, how did we get here? Because there's nothing to celebrate. How did we? You see, conscious wickedness of wicked men. Pardon my language. People grab power that is supposed to be given to them by the masses. It becomes absolute. Okay, now someone is telling you that I feel your pains. Feel your pain simply means I am in the same shoes with you. You are saying you should be bought a yacht. For what? What does it mean? You are saying someone should be given to the office of the first lady. That's not even in the constitution. You are saying they should give you 5-something billion. You are saying they should give you how much? Each person 130 or 160 million for just a vehicle. You sanction, you approve it. Yet you are coming to tell me, I feel your pains. My nephew, I went and dropped him in one of the motor parks. And I said, you are a student. I heard they talked about rebate. Is there any rebate? I said, no. Sorry, we don't have it for today. This is the day I've come. We don't have it. I don't know if the rebate was there yesterday. I don't know if it will be there tomorrow. So what are we talking about? I heard Rotimi Amechi was talking. I stand to be quoted. He said the problem is Nigeria that people are not talking. Somebody has just asked me, you're always on TV, you talk. Go and say whatever you want to say. The people you are talking about don't even hear. I say, I'm not even talking to those people. I'm talking to you because you need to be conscientized. It's absurd, it's funny. At times people bring party into issues even when they themselves are sinking.
All right.
You see, everything, with due respect, everything I see now is all about propaganda and lies, conscious lies. We saw about 30 bishops who were artisans that were picked by an administration. There's not, okay, now they said Port Harcourt refinery started producing. My brother, you'll be shocked to discover that they take refined petroleum, put there and sell, just to deceive those that can be deceived, because I will not be deceived.
I'll come back.
When, with due respect, let me just when did they talk about this refinery? What's his name? Dangote refinery. All lies. That is, when you commission something, means it's ready for use. Where is it today?
All right.
Lies.
I will come back to you. Festus, you heard him. Though you said you're speaking as a Nigerian, you don't want to bring party into it, but somewhere along the line, is it going to dash towards a dimension or direction? 6 months and counting, with the promises given or made to us by this administration, do you think it's high time Nigerians started enjoying the dividends of democracy in this administration? What is really going on?
Mr. Wincy, you know, at times I'll tell people the first problem we have in Nigeria is party politics.
Party politics.
Party politics will make me as a party man, even when I want to become the next governor and the present governor is a bad man, I'll not tell you he's a bad man. Because in an attempt for me to tell you this governor is bad, though, I'm not going to see the support of that same governor. So if you check the PMB administration, a lot of holes were dug in the Nigeria economy, in the Nigeria system. I guess, let me start from the Mefele issue. You see, they tell you one man operating more than 80-something foreign account. That's another...
500 something account.
500 something.
Above, yes.
Okay, that's
foreign
another
account.
Sani Abacha coming to the line in a civilian role. So what I'm trying to say is, I am not trying to educate the fact that the Renew Hope is not obtainable. It's very obtainable. It's not something that a magic wand can do. When you get to your room is dirty, you take one, just sweep them out and clean the room. No. Nigeria is not going to come up like that. Outside the federal government doing their own, I keep hammering there on this TV station that the state government are a bunch of problems. The head is okay, but the middle needs to fall somewhere. Everybody will just look to the Renew Hope. Yes, it's okay, look to the Renew Hope. Follow the Akwa Ibom story. You see that there are states where you can see buy a bag of rice within 50, 40,000 now. 40-something thousand, 30-something thousand.
Now,
yes,
in Nigeria.
I am telling you. So what I'm trying to say is this. What the Renew Hope is working, although we are not seeing the speed with which we expected, we must be frank. Because while the present president was campaigning to be the president, he thought it was going to be an easy thing. We'll just get there and things will be okay. But when he got there, he began to see that not what he thought. A lot of damages has been done. Cleansing first before you begin to build.
How long will it take him to clean?
I can't say that. Like the good news I just told you, and you've heard it before. I even have to put an injection. Like I am waiting to see the loading of PMS. What Barrister just said is a reality, because Nigeria has become a country where they tell you A, you see B. Even if he's your father, at times you have to listen when I say, am I sure what my father is saying? That was why he said, you will be so surprised that they said this funnel is working. They just pump info there. But Barrister, sir, this administration is quite different. The hope we are expecting is the Renew one. It's not the one that they will pump in PMS. But that notwithstanding, I have said it before, and I also said for Labour's union, Labour's leader, they should listen. The other day, they said they are going to sit down and talk about the minimum wage. I just look at them and I chuckled. You are talking about minimum wage. When the country is not okay, even if they give you 1,000, 100,000 as minimum wage, the money will be useless. Even if you make 200,000 as minimum wage. That same money become useless. Now they said the refinery is working. I expected the TUC, the labor union, to give a press conference.
So go and investigate.
You go there. Before I said they should be in the committee of those that are investigating the development of the work. And another thing, like what my brother said, we all are the problem. So we'll get there and they give them money. Like what we'll be saying about the labor union movement, the TUC and all. These people, the most powerful set of union that can hold the government responsible are these two unions. But what happened in most cases, discussion, money flow. You come back and say, okay, we are doing this, we are doing that.
All right.
No. So for the Renew Hope, I am telling you, we are going to position Nigeria.
Okay.
But the speed, I can't talk about that.
All right. Well, you've heard contrasting views and opinions. One from Barrister Cosmos, the other from Honorable Eki. What's your own view on this? He talked about the renewed hope. That yes, it's happening, but the speed at which the hope will get to the common man, he doesn't know. But definitely things are like happening. For instance, talked about slashing of price of tea fare. You know, any part you want to go, some selected transportation companies, they were like, told to at least give subsidy because of the government's hands or involvement in it for train rides free. And of course, from what they told us, refinery, yes, operational, they want to start refining. At least Nigerians should start smiling. Good news. What do you feel about this?
Well, listen, like what I would say this categorically is this. It's talk about renew hope. Me, right now, with the projection that this country is going, I'm not even seeing any hope, no talk of anything to renew. It's quite sad. There's a popular saying that said, when the foundation be faulty, what can the righteous do? A wise man said, if you take the difference between Nigeria and America is not the name, it's the people.
The people.
The people. And the people, the leader is a product of the people because it's the people that eventually graduates to become a leader. Say if you take everybody in Nigeria and you put them in America, and you carry everybody in America and you put them in Nigeria, in the next 10 to 20 years, you see Nigeria will become America, and America will be devastated and become like Nigeria. So you see, it's a function of, like I always say, bad leadership. What we are practicing in Nigeria is not democracy. It's kakistomobocracy, where some selected individual, they seize power and to siphon public funds for their personal greed and for the greed of their family. And tribalism is a worm that have eaten deep into the roots of politics and democracy in this country, whereby when people are doing bad, when a certain leader, I remember then when Buhari was president, you dare not go to the north and talk about bad of him, deep north, especially when newly came to power. Even when we know this person is not doing well, they will almost kill you alive. I'm seeing same thing also playing right now from the West, for our current president. So I'm not an advocate of party this, party that. All I'm saying is we should hold our leaders accountable and accountability. So it's our time every Nigerian begin to practice politics, not that we sit at home and say it doesn't concern me. After all, it's only for 4 years I'm relevant. No. When these people in power begin to see how consciously we Nigerians, we are not taking the nonsense that they are dishing to us, they will sit up. Once they start, bringing up their propagandas and lies, and they see that we're not buying into it, how can a human being, because they give you 20,000, you decide to shut your mouth for the next 4 years? What is 20,000 compared to your destiny and that of your unborn children? It's appalling, it's sad that as individuals in this country, a lot of persons, they are not tired. It's just like they are enjoying they say Nigerians are good at suffering and smiling. Don't you see the way other countries of the world, over a few times they have developed, they have evolved? It's like this country, how many years since we gained independence? And how many years is democracy? It's like we are retrograding instead of progressing. So it's that time we wake up as individuals of this country. We have to seize seize this power from these people who have hijacked it from, because they say power belongs to the people. But it's unfortunate in this case, they have proven to us times and times that power is not in the hands of the people anymore, with the kind of bottleneck and loopholes that we saw in the previous election. So I say this categorically: Nigerians need to wake up, we need to sit upright, we need to involve ourselves in the government of the day and ensure that the right thing is done. Regardless of where you come from, whether from south, east or west, regardless of your party, if someone is not doing right, speak up. Because the more we speak up, the more this message is sent out to them, and the more they will learn to want to sit upright and do what is right.
So you're saying irrespective of political party,
Irrespective,
speak up.
Speak up.
All right. From what Honorable Eki talked about, he said, we are all looking at, Mr. President, that some of these governors also, they are part of the problem. Take it up from there, Barrister.
You see, with due respect, my brother, there's always a starting point in anything. The buck ends at the table of the president. So, if the head is rotting, what do you not talk about the body? You see, my brother was saying something that, sorry, we'll have to talk about the party because it's the party in power. And because the party in power, it has become an issue for us to talk about. You see, I strongly believe that, you see, you don't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. Say, fast speaks for itself. We should tell ourselves the truth.
But don't forget, you talk about cleansing the process before you start building.
That's what I'm saying. When the former administration, the leader of the former administration was there, what were they saying? Did they ever say he was doing wrong? You see, that's why I respect Obasanjo so much. Obasanjo was a key player that brought Buhari to power. But when he saw that he was going outside the way they agreed, he spoke. He wrote letters. And they were criticizing him. Some people say he's doing so well, he must do the second tenure. And that's a person has entered power. Then what's your locus to complain? How will you say somebody is doing well, the next thing you say is not doing well? Now, if you want to see something, if the person, something is going to work well, it's from the beginning, you know. If a man comes into power, say, yes, I didn't know it was going to be like this. First of all, it's a hopeless shame on the person. Because when you've been in governance, you studied government by where you were an inner player of governance. And then you're not saying you didn't know. Okay, let's assume you didn't know. You entered, discovered everything is bad. You start from yourself. That's what Murtala Muhammad did. When he came into power, he said, I'll start purging from myself. That's how you see, sanity, that's how sanity comes into place. Now you said, I feel your pains. Things are bad because you brought the country to this regrettable state by a mere statement, knowing the strength of the statement of a president that is almost equivalent to law. Fuel subsidy is gone. And Nigeria started suffering. Because everything at our level is anchored on petrol. You buy from the market, you bring it from petrol. You move on this, everything is anchored on petrol. And any right-thinking president...
Well, he said it was the former president that did it, he just announced it.
Wait, with due respect, sir, you see, it is laughable and regrettable because, you see, people talk, I don't know who they think they are talking to. Because you must, first of all, save what you want to say. Before you say, because you are not talking to people who reason like you. That's what is truth. Okay, you said it was just a mere statement. The following day, there was a price adjustment by ministry by this NNPC. Who controls NNPC? Who is fooling who here? If NNPC went on their own, did you say anything to check that?
But don't forget that also, IMF said for Nigeria's economy to survive, we have to remove something totally, a little that becomes 750.
You see,
these are top economic
wait. Let me tell you something.
in the world.
Let me tell you something. First of all, the word subsidy is a scam. I am not in objection to that. But the question is, what brought about subsidy? That's the issue. How did subsidy come? And what is subsidy? You are paying part payment for something, is it not? So that's supposed to be 10 naira, for instance. You are not paying 5 naira, and then the people are paying 5 naira. So 5 naira is what you are subsidizing. Now, how come we are buying fuel? We are buying fuel because people deliberately kill the refineries. Is it not? Now, you see, it's just shameful. The same Nigeria, as it were, said Dangote is building a refinery that will be sufficient for the whole country, is it not? Now you discover that the same money that Dangote is using for refinery was given to Dangote by the federal government. And the same federal government, Dangote will pay back when it starts operational. Now he has not started operational. Somebody came out to say Dangote has paid. In a government that said they brought change, that they are fighting corruption, they said Dangote has paid. Later discovered that he has not paid. So if you can use such money to build a refinery for one man, you have refineries in the country, you allege you are paying subsidy, there's no fear, and it's just like that. And people are not talking. Those who claim to believe that are even in power today, they are not talking. Now you are coming, fear subsidy is gone. Hardship on the people, over and above the hardship on the people. You say you want a yacht. My brother, you say you want 1.7 billion to buy a vehicle. Or the first lady that is not even in the constitution.
I'll come back to you, barrister.
How about that?
Like what he said he's sorry, he just have to push it to that dimension, the party thing. He raised the point that Mr. President said he feels our pain. He's feeling it. You get to see the amount earmarked to run governance. Nigerians are saying it doesn't tally with what he's saying. If you feel our pain, first thing for you to do is to cut down on the expenses of your convoy. If you feel our pains, you take a look at the house, the cars bought for each of the ministers, each of the members in the National Assembly should not be looked into if you feel our pains.
15 billion.
Eki, take it up from there.
Mr. Wincy, let me say this. I'm a realist.
Yeah.
I'm a pragmatist. If you tell me it's A, I should see the symbol of A and I feel it. Anything fiction is not part. As a human being, I have this understanding that we talk less of our needs because we don't have them. But when we have them, that's when you know that Wincy can get a shoe for 400,000. I don't know if you're getting me. If you have the money and you are thinking of getting a car of 7 million, it's not a problem. Now, the Nigeria problem per se is not the senators, the House of Rep member getting a car of 100 million, even 1 billion. The Nigeria problem is a system problem. Like what I keep telling some persons, we are in a country where systems are not working. Let me start from what just happened at the immigration office. Before now, you apply for what they call Nigeria passport, and it takes 6 months, some a year. At times they will tell you, come to Lafia, you have to go to Sokoto to get it in 2 days. But if you check presently, the Renew Hope have brought a real change.
In that aspect.
In that aspect.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm trying to say is this. Even if you give the office of the First Lady 10 billion to use, and the rot in the system is not being removed, there is no a radical movement to correct government parastatals, the problem remains. Let me come into the issue of fuel subsidy. The best thing, the first and the best thing the president did was to come and tell us fuel subsidy is gone. That statement alone brings sanity to the lives of Nigerians. How did this happen? We are not thinking of bringing back our refinery because we cannot be buying fuel for 660, 650. If today fuel is 100 naira, nobody will be talking about building refinery in this country. Are we going to build refinery and we don't employ people? So it is a circular movement. While the fuel was removed, we are bearing the pain. I drive. I spend up to 30 something 40,000 to get fuel a week. For the week, I have to go around for my business. We are all bearing the pain. But it becomes problematic. It becomes a pain that was in vain if after a year, 2, no refinery is working and the PMS price remains the same or it keeps going up. So for the president to come with that mind of no more fuel subsidy. Now people are talking about the what's the name of this gas bus they are bringing about now.
on compressed natural gas.
Compressed natural gas.
Sure, yes.
These are going to give empowerment, employment for some persons. So what my understanding, while I tell you I am a realist, you don't come and tell me no subsidy. And the federal government, while they are bringing a budget every year, they'll tell you we'll spend this money on subsidy. And you are saying no subsidy.
Are you not saying that because of the removal of subsidy, that's why liquefied natural gas came into play?
Yeah, it's coming into play unlike the way it used to be.
How many persons can purchase that right now?
Hello, Wincy. Unlike before, we have it before in this country.
Yeah.
But the movement and the news of it is unlike this. Now, good or better, Port Harcourt Refinery, they've given us hope, is back to life. We are waiting to see a lot of persons going there for employment. Good or better, people are working on Dangote Refinery. I'm not sure Dangote is going to spend that amount of money and the refinery will not begin production soon. Although it is a slap on our face for the past administration to commission a project that was not finished. It is a slap on Nigeria's face. But my understanding of realism, things that are real, things that are obtainable, now it has been, the refinery has been launched, and they are still working on it to make sure that production of PMS can launch for PMS. What I was even told from my last research that they started production of diesel. Yeah.
But rather, they went to import PMS. Don't forget that story.
That is a fact. It is a fact that they went to import PMS. But Wincy, production will start.
It will start.
It will start, yes.
That is ahead of having hope.
We are so sure it will start.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to you, Eki. Before calling to wrap on this thing, we have other things to really talk about. Taking a look at this segment. If you view this Yuletide, is it happy or bleak from your own analysis? Good news.
Well, for some people it's happy, while for others it's bleak, in the sense that, of course, in any circumstance or situation, there are always people that will benefit from it, and there are people that would not absolutely benefit. Even with all these issues we are having, the price, some people are benefiting. That's the truth about life. But generally, I would say it's bleak, because, you know, compared to previous years where things can be affordable, well affordable by majority of the masses. But right now, I'll tell you the truth. People are suffering. And the more people are suffering, the more bitter people can be. And the more bitter people can be, the more unsafe the country will be. So people are suffering generally. And I will say this unequivocally, the government has a large role to play. In fact, the government should also be held responsible. How will you implement a subsidy without putting first in place policies that will ameliorate the effects, to cushion the effect of the subsidy? Before you come out and announce, you have to put in policies so that when you announce, the effect will not be so felt by the masses. I wonder why this government are saying hope. It's not hope we want again. I don't want hope at this rate. I want fact. I want action. So the government basing their team for renew hope. There's no hope at all. No talk of what to renew.
But at least there is hope. After all, Port Harcourt Refinery is there. We have the liquefied natural gas coming in. What else again do you have? But at least we have chicken being sold for 15,000 naira now. Well,
is that hope?
Anyway, thank you so much. Good news. Barrister, your last line on this segment, please.
You see, my brother here just said the important thing. I can understand the pains of my elder brother there. Because the most difficult question to answer this is questions pertaining to the government.
Yes.
You say, what positivity do you see in the government? It's the most difficult because the actual fact is that there's no positivity. It's all retrogressive infinity.
No, that means
would you respect that?
You are exaggerating right now. Barrister, you are exaggerating.
That's why I use the word.
Do you know what it is? Retrogressive infinity. Come on, Barrister.
That's why I say. That's why I say with due respect.
Even with the due respect, you exaggerated. Things are not the way you're saying it.
Like he said.
Yes.
You see, I like sound analysis. If a rational, because the mentality of the president is the most vital ingredient of a country. The mentality of the president is the head. If you want to do something like removal for subsidy, you first of all put something on ground. As that thing is growing, you are reducing this one gradually, not like that, till it gets to equilibrium. Then you begin to reduce. While this one, that is how same countries operate. You don't just come and say it's gone. And if you say it's gone, there's no issue with that. But we expected that as you say it's gone, be part of us. That is leadership. A leader is in front. Check those people who led countries. That means there's space, they are number one to go through the pace. You are saying they should use 15 billion naira to build a house for the vice president. About 5 or 6 billion to renovate, and then you're using 15 billion to build. And you're telling me there's hope? You are you stupid for crying out loud? You see, you know a thing from the beginning. You say from the beginning, you know how the end will be. 15 billion to build it, and we are in such a critical situation where people cannot feed. You are using 1.8 billion, my brother. If you want to start buying houses, as when things were good, 5 million to buy a house. For one whole year, you'll be buying two houses for 1 billion. They are using 1.8 billion to buy a car for office of the president, and you say you are rich. You don't need our money. You come, you say you should buy your yacht for 5.something billion or so.
That was cancelled though.
When that cancelled, you said it.
It was cancelled.
I'm not saying you said it.
It was cancelled. Let's get it back straight.
See, the system now is the more you look, the less you see. I'll be shocked. I won't be shocked to see that the thing is already there. The first time we are talking about reducing costs, you have appointed the highest ministers in the whole history of Nigeria. And you are telling there's hope? I mean,
thank you, Barrister. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Because the more you have ministers, the more employment.
Which employment? Let me tell you, with due respect. Before now, listen, when Nigeria was good, what made it good? We have Volkswagen, we have PAN, multinational companies.
As I well,
that is why employment comes.
We have sectional government. When Nigeria not going, we have only
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, we can go on and on. The bottom line is that this Yuletide, many Nigerians are not finding it funny. Yeah, I remember last year, so I was like, we'll say, let me just give you this bag of rice. I said, oh my word, thank you, bag of rice, 50 kg. I was like, my colleagues, come, let's share. But this year, nobody's giving any bag of rice. Nobody has given on a lighter note for real, to show you how tough things are. Take a look at the chicken, normal chicken for Christmas celebration. The last state was like, that's 610 or of that nature. Now it's 15, 17, so my going selling for 20. How many will want to go buy chicken right now to celebrate Christmas? I don't want to talk about the goats, the rams, the cow. Coming down to rice.
Chicken is 25,000 now as we speak, as at this morning.
If that is the case, is the Christmas bleak or happy Christmas? Like what I said before, don't go kill yourself because you want to celebrate Christmas. Take things the way they are. Renewed hope. We are watching 6 months, counting. Pray for the administration. Pray for the country that things will get better, because as it stands right now, things are not cool. They're not cool. So lots of prayers, lots of prudence from the administration, lots of calculation. And please don't tell Nigerians things that you cannot do. Please. Enough is enough. If you cannot do, let you cannot do. If you can do it, fine. Let us know the truth right now. Accountability will be the watchword. Labour, TUC, NLC, have you gone to Port Harcourt to investigate if the is really working? Nobody wants to hear about what happened during Dangote's, opening celebration and all that. Or so that went to bring another airline to say this Nigerian airline. You know what we're talking about. Labour, this is where you come into play. Go and investigate. I believe that we were doing our own part also, send some of guys to go investigate to see if it's really true. Because like once someone opine here, they can just go pumping fuel there to say, hey, yes, we're refining, anything can happen in the country. We're not saying it's happening right now. This calls for investigation. We need to be able to trust the government. But if it's working really, Nigerians will smile. That is the truth. If it's working, if it's the truth, definitely we will smile. But if it's not true, God have mercy.